The US-China trade conflict is in the spotlight this week. The confrontation of the two superpowers affects the global economy, and macroeconomic reports confirm it. Watch a trader's video calendar on InstaForex TV and find out what releases are due this week. First of all, traders will look at China's trade balance changes and learn how demand for the Chinese goods changes after additional US tariffs were imposed. The surplus is expected to lower. This scenario will confirm a slowdown in the global economy and reduce risk appetite. As a result, the safe haven yen will grow, while the sell-off of the Aussie will resume, as Australia is the main supplier of raw materials to the Chinese industry. Actually, the trade balance report is going to clarify the state of China's industry. Meanwhile, industry is going through hard times everywhere. That's the report from the UK industrial sector will be out on Friday. Last month, an unexpected increase in the enterprise's output was registered, but this month's analysts expected downward change again, and a decrease to minus 0.2% on an annual basis. At the same time, investors will look at the UK preliminary GDP data for the second quarter. The forecast is quite pessimistic. The expectations of a no-deal Brexit significantly wind down business activity and therefore slows down the economic growth. Currently, analysts do not exclude the period of stagnation or zero growth, in other words, from the outlook. The annual reading is expected to lower to 1.4%. If the forecast gets confirmed, the pound is going to be sold off. And at the end of a weekly trading session, investors should pay attention to Canada's statistics as well. Canada seems to be the only country that can still bring some optimism. The report from its labor market will be released on Friday. It is anticipated to show the 5.5% unemployment rate and a rise of 10,000 in the number of employed people. This news will help the loonie partially recover its losses amid falling oil prices. Apart from the mentioned publications, traders should take into account the following reports. Tomorrow we will look at the consumer activity in Britain and Canada, considering the dynamic of housing prices. On Friday we will try to understand the Reserve Bank of Australia's hints regarding its further monetary policy. Besides, China will publish data on consumer and producer inflation, while the United States will share its producer price index. You're watching Forex Trader Calendar on InstaForex TV channel with me, Kate Stichin. We wish you profitable deals.